I know you are so excited to start September month, and we've done a lot of work, or shall we say, prep work in August. And some of those lessons are coming together in our new journal. Now, do you remember that we were binding a new journal and you could choose how many signatures you wanted? Now, for now, I have 3 signatures for my book, but I want to show you what the outside of a completed cover design looks like before I show you what I came up with for this month. Now, hopefully by now, you have read your emails and that you know that we are going to take a look at the seasonal changes and celebrating our decisions and finding the pearls of wisdom as we go along. We are going to do a video on the sacred patterns, sematics, and our intentions. Those concepts are all going to be part of the video, which means I'll bring in some of those things that I want to say and share while I am presenting the content, right? It will help you to bring about that creative essence while listening in on the conversation. And of course, you'll have our PDF that you can follow along with and fill in for more information. And then we are going to combine all of those creative practices that we've been doing all along and making sure that we can have the most beautiful, mindful practices while adding creative things to our sketchbooks. We are also going to discover the patterns in nature and the watercolor transformations, or how we can transform or transfer those patterns into our watercolor practices, either by painting them on top of little sea creatures, ocean creatures, or maybe onto coral or pebbles or rocks. And then applying that again on one of our other pages or multiple pages. The whole idea is to add as much interest to your sketchbooks, layer by layer, over a period of time. We cannot fill everything in at once. Now, you've seen many of my examples before, and this month is going to be no different because I create every single day, but I do not record all my processes. What I do record are the things that I find helpful in the processes and in the contents that we are presenting throughout our theme. And that makes it interesting for you to watch as well. Instead of watching a long, drawn out 4-hour video about me struggling to get the thing to work. I also do multiple versions. So I have many sketchbooks going. One is a practice one is a messy one is one that I tear out pages, and sometimes I just have loose pages from all the tracing that I've done out of my own books so that I can repurpose those really good lines of discovery. Over the last few days, I have been working in my sketchbook where I design and create borders. I've used references, ideas, and all kinds of creative practices to bring about some fresh ideas. Some of these you can try on your own. We are using that basic seed of life shape and coming up with as many ideas as we can. This relaxing practice is wonderful to fill a few minutes between lunch times and periods where you find that you cannot think of new ideas. Now, seeing our inner wisdom through collaged layers is something that is above and beyond the regular practices we do. That means you get to pull out images or work you've done before. You could photocopy it, you could replicate it, or if you have doubles, you can take some of those doubles and add them on top of work you've done already. This creates the most beautiful, interesting sketchbook pages that you will be proud to showcase and also find deeper meaning in your own work. And then later in the month, we will reflect as we not only reflect on what we've done, but we will look at the borders and edges and geometric patterns that we've added to our regular work. And this month, we might be focusing more on the smaller things that fit into other aspects of our sketchbook journaling processes instead of focusing on one large project. You'll also notice that I'm not going to do a new aroma blend this month, as I am still using, here it is, I am still using our Sublime Serenity. And I've heard from community members that they are as in love with it as I am. And if you missed that, please let me know. I would love to send you that link so that you can re-watch that blend and make one for yourself. It is uplifting, it is grounding, it's floral without being overpowering. And the fact that it has multiple absolute essential oils in them, and that makes it a very special essential oil blend. Oh, I love every aroma in here, and I do wish that you would try it out and make a blend for yourself. So, without further explanation, let's look at what your book cover can look like. So, in this one specifically, I wrote a little quote for myself. I have a floral inner design. I have little outer designs. So let me take this covering off so we're not blinded by the glare. Now, the inspiration for this front cover came from this painting, right? And of course, I wanted to modify it to fit in with my own theme and the things I was busy with. And if you have a look at that edge, you'll see that it's very basic, these little designs and the concepts that come together. And even this tree, it's collaged in from a previous tree project I made. So if I open this up, you have a beautiful view of the full sketchbook cover. Now, this one I made in 2021, and I've loved it so much. It has just a few signatures, I think also just 3 signatures, and it just helped me explore florals and the Renaissance period a little bit more. And also some of the things in here was focused on line drawing and shadowing and little things like that that I wanted to improve. Now you'll see that one of the questions in this month's PDF is about what is something you want to improve. And even if we have all these memories and ideas in our head, it's sometimes easier to get them out of our minds when we have our brain completely relaxed. And that is part and parcel why we have creative mindful practices. Not always to create something that is showcase worthy, but to follow a creative process that can lead to our own calmness, that can lead to our own focus, and that can also help us create better projects, create space for our brain to think, and to also reduce stress. let's get to the video where I show you how to design the cover. Now, don't feel pressured to do all of it at once. Please take your time and add the creative elements to your cover in the best way you can. Take it slow, practice on a few separate pages, but keep in mind that it needs to be fun. And remember, we are going to fill in all the colors with that beautiful color palette we discovered in last month. So I'll add another link to only the color palette discovery, and make sure you get to watch that video along with this one so that you can create with the same colors and explore them on your own. I do hope to see some of your work in the Sketchbook Journal community, so feel free to add some of it, a little corner here and there, maybe just one medallion, or even a quote, a picture, a little something that you can share with the community, because I know there are people in there who are just waiting for a friend like you to inspire them. All right, let's get going and fill that front cover design with all the beautiful things you just learned about. I would love nothing more than for you to participate in everything we have on offer. This month is going to be stacked with beautiful things, plenty of resources, and access to videos that have never been seen before. We'll take a look at adding those colors throughout the month. So don't forget to go and watch this video, grab those colors, print your resources, and follow along as we create parts of our cover starting this week.